What's good? What's good? We back at it again. Another episode of the Men Like Us podcast. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we do at the beginning of every show. We share the stream. So y'all know y'all got to give me a little bit to germinate, get this thing on out there. All right. So chill out for a second and just ride with me or skip ahead. Do what you do if you're watching this or listening on audio podcast. If you're watching this after the fact, by all means, skip ahead a little bit because I gotta get the stream out there. So give me a second, as always, and I appreciate the people that are being patient and bear with me. If you're watching this on Facebook, please hit that share button. Get some people up in here. Um, we have some interest. We have a couple of interesting things to talk about. That show that I had promised previously, definitely had to push that back. Filled with information. I'm still trying to lasso an individual to come and do the show with me. So, y'all just give me a little bit here. We will get all of this on and correcting. Oh Lord, I apologize for missing last week. Yes, Mike. Yes. You read it. You read it on the description. The men's lingerie. Get ready to be triggered because we're going to say some real shit. And we're going to say some real shit on another subject. So, yeah, we definitely going to get into it. So, I got my main man, Colin, with me this week. So, we're going to talk about it and get it cracking. So, give me 1 second to bring him on.
Hello, hello.
What's good, my man? Let's see here. I think I can do this better. Since we're rolling in a team of two today. But yeah, welcome to the Men Like Us podcast. Hey, Diara. What's up? Hey, Sharonda. What up, G Mike? Yeah, the YouTube folks is in today. Yeah, this will be a quick one. I know we got on late, and we're gonna make this thing happen. Yeah, the man, people all clicking for the same reason. Hold on.
Oh my God, Mike, I read your comment, and even though I wasn't on yet, and just cracked right the.
people already jumping at the men's lingerie thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hot one tonight. My God.
Yeah. I mean, fuck it. We can jump right into that one. Just let me get the little introductory thing over here real quick. I just want to, I have to be clear about this every show now because people are like confused about why we're doing this and who the audience is and who we're trying to communicate with and all that other stuff. So this is the Men Like Us podcast. It's a show for men by men. This show is targeted towards men who are attracted to trans women, whether they be DL or fully open. We're just here to have conversation, help people grow, help inform them, provide conversation for people on that journey to living in their truth, on that journey of self-growth, to the men on that journey. So, ladies, we love you. Happy to have you here for the conversation. But, this is just what we do. We just sit here and talk. And, hopefully there is somebody out there that gains courage from seeing that there are other men and that they're not alone and that there's nothing wrong with them and all that kind of stuff. I know it sounds weird, ladies, but, there is a lot of isolation in this. There are a lot of guys out there that really do believe like they're the only person that likes trans women or that dates them or whatever. Like they don't know anybody else. They don't see any other guys doing it. They don't converse with any other guys at all. So, it's just one of those things. It's a game changer. It is a game changer for so many guys to have a tribe, a crew of people a group of folks they feel like can identify with them, what they're going through, and that they can relate to. So it is kind of a big deal, for a lot of the new guys to find us. So, and on that note, we'll put this at the front. We normally put this at the end of the show, but men, We have a men's only group. It is called the Men Like Us Tribe. It's on Facebook. There are no women allowed in the group, men only. But you can definitely find us. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I got a little card for this one. Oh, maybe I don't. Okay, whatever. Yeah, Men Like Us Tribe on Facebook. Yeah, we do scrutinize pages. Make sure you answer all the questions. If you don't answer all the questions, you're not getting let in. And if you don't answer the questions to my satisfaction, you're not getting in. So all of that. But yeah, if you want to find a place with other guys that you can identify with, by all means, there is no porn allowed in the group. There is no nudity allowed in the group. We are having discussions. We are fellowshipping. We are sharing. We are asking questions. All of that stuff. So it's a really dope ass space. Men that are listening to this, if you want to join up, find us on Facebook. It's a nice little community.
Yeah,
and all ages.
If I can actually just add on to that as well, with advocating for, like, guys, if you're out there and you're looking for a place where you can kind of sort yourself out, for lack of a better term, as a member of the group myself, and somebody who has been part of the group for, I want to say, just about roughly a year now, Chris is being very honest with everything that he said. So as a fellow, like as a member, and as somebody who has been on the stream a couple of times and has had conversations with Chris, I highly, highly encourage that you find us, join, and if, like, whatever you need, we're there to help.
Absolutely. Whatever situation you're in, there's somebody else in the group that is either in that same situation or has been in that situation before.
Yep.
From having that difficult conversation that you've probably been running away from with your parents, all the way down to divorce and child custody. So plenty of guys that have been on all, even married men trying to. We've had married guys come in and, hey, I have this attraction and I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what turns I should make with my life. And, they spend some time, they sort it out. So, we got some guys that go one way, we got some guys that go another way. Either way, somebody there to help you understand, what you're dealing with and, what direction you need to take X, Y, and Z, what all that entails. And, especially with the child custody stuff, it could get pretty nasty. And, as men in general dealing with child custody, it's an uphill battle. Now you add the fact that, you have a new trans girlfriend on top of that, whole nother ball of wax. It can get way fucking worse. So, the stories that I've heard and, the conversations I've seen happen in the group have been very dope in that direction. I know I kind of went way off the cliff on that one, but it is what it is. That's what's in the group. All sorts of shit. We even talk about gaming. There's some anime stuff in there. Some people just share funny memes that have nothing to do with any of that because we're just guys. We even had a fantasy football league this season. So we actually had fantasy football for the last 2 seasons. But yeah, it's a pretty dope guy group. So anywho, now you've all been waiting for this. I am friends with a girl on Facebook. She's a pretty popular OnlyFans girl. Her name is Drea Logan. Drea Logan, pretty popular OnlyFans girl. A lot of guys following her, a lot of people following her. Hey Dion, I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, anyways, she posted this picture that's on Facebook. I'm like, what the fuck? And it just caught my eye. So hold on, let me pull it up here because I don't think we're gonna get dinged for this one. And if we do, worth it, I guess. Because we keep it real here. We're on real. So she posted this picture.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Ladies, this is what you came to see.
Yep.
Are you not entertained?
And gentlemen, you probably came to see it as well, just for the reactions.
So she posted this picture, and I shared it around. Well, not around, but I shared it, and it was really interesting because like I said before, we're all just guys. So a lot of men will see something like this and be like, "Oh fuck no, hell no,
Fuck
I
no.
ain't wearing nothing like that. I'm a man. I am a boy, Damon. I'm not wearing that. Like all that shit. Not doing it."
Yep.
So the reaction from quite a lot of men that I've seen is like, "Oh hell no, I ain't never wearing that shit. Fuck that. I'm a man. I'm a man's man, and ain't nobody. I ain't wearing that shit. Blah 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 blah." And it was all of that shit. And I don't know. Colin kind of had a different point of view on that. So Colin, I'm gonna let you riff and just share your perspective on what I mean. What if your lady wanted you to wear this shit?
Okay, so my reaction is like, if it'll make her happy, I'm doing it. And on top of that as well, I mean, like, so I'm also, not only am I like a part of our community, like part of the LGBTQ community. Sorry, I know I messed that up there. But I'm also part of the kink community. And if that's something that is going to make the person you're with happy, that you're comfortable with doing, or hell, even if it's something that you're comfortable or want to do by yourself on your own, do it. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It's kink shaming, and kink shaming is, in my opinion, not an okay thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're not hurting anybody at all, right? And if it makes you happy, makes you feel comfortable, confident, makes you feel more like you, there's nothing wrong with that. So guys, like, get over yourselves. I do understand the whole, like, lingerie has always been associated with the feminine, but we live in 2023, right? Like, it's kind of time to get over some of the biases. And again, like, if you're with somebody and that's going to make them jump your bones, why would you not do it? Right? Like,
yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's one of those things. Okay, so hey, did we lose? I don't know if we lost Colin or not. Oh, he's there. Here we go. Yeah, so really, and Alice, what's up, Alice? Saying yay for kink. Diara says that's why I love being female more than male. We present any kind of way without judgment. Yeah, for sure. Being a man, like, there's a whole lot of rubrics and rules and regulations that kind of get put on you by society.
100%.
And so, men have a whole lot of shit in their heads when it comes to, like, what is a man? This is being manly. This is being manly, and this isn't. And it's like, we have to navigate all that. We have to navigate that in a way where we feel comfortable with our masculinity and our manhood. So, a lot of men get tripped up on shit like that, because they're like, no, that's feminine. That's, like he says, I'm a man, that's a woman, that's whatever. I ain't never wearing nothing like that. And it's, I talked about this with my girlfriend, and the first thing out of my mouth was like, yo, I would never let something like this take my manhood.
No.
Like, you're not taking my manhood. Is I am who I am. I am what I am, whether I wear that shit or not.
Yep.
Ain't nothing about putting that shit on gonna make me not a man when I leave the doors of this bedroom that just you and I are in. Nobody else in the bedroom, just you and I.
Oh, absolutely.
Nobody else here. It's what's done in the privacy of the bedroom. I don't care what we do. I don't care if I bottom for my girl. My girl can fuck me.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna walk out that bedroom feeling like, oh dang, now I'm the beta male. I'm less of a man. I'm not. My manhood ain't that flimsy. My manhood ain't that conditional.
No, not at all. And I completely agree with you on that one.
So yeah, I know I got a little graphic, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. But
It's
yeah,
well, it's an
go ahead,
interesting
bro.
topic, right? Because
Yeah.
again, like it throws in that whole question of like, are you like, does it take from your masculinity? Which is
Mhm.
absurd because it doesn't. It's something that you're wearing. That
But it's
doesn't.
associated with gayness, and
Yep,
for a lot of people, gayness equals less masculine, more feminine, and that's just what it is. So men, there are a lot of guys who are running away. Oh, I don't want to be gay. I ain't gay. This, and this. I don't want that. I'm not gay. So it's like, well, I ain't wearing that. I don't care if my wife wants me to do that. I don't care if my girlfriend wants me to do that. I'm not wearing that shit because ain't no way in hell I'm ever gonna be anywhere close to anything that could be perceived as gay.
oh, buddy, you're kidding me. My girlfriend wants me to wear something like that. I'm going to tell her my size.
Well,
And
yeah,
also,
you definitely ain't paying for it.
right?
That's for
And
sure.
just as a side note, there,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Duchess. I appreciate the comment.
Oh wait, let's see. Duchess says yes. A real man will want to make their partner happy. Absolutely. But that's a philosophy. Are you a giver? Are you showing up to do whatever it takes to get for your partner to feel comfortable, to get off whatever? Like,
Yep,
if my girl says, yo, this is what I need, and this is what I would love for you to do for me, I'm gonna do it.
of course.
I'm gonna
Because
do
well,
it.
she's your partner. She's the person you love. Why would you not want
Yeah.
to do something that makes her happy?
Because I gotta be a man, and a man is a man, and I don't care what you say. I ain't doing it. I don't care. I ain't listening. I'm a man. And it's just like, yo, dude, you a man no matter what. Like, you're being a man does not count on what you wear in the bedroom. That's all I'm saying.
Agreed.
That's
100%.
that's yeah, but some people don't see it that way, and they're like, nah, never. Now here's the thing. I didn't arrive to this point overnight. If we would have had the same conversation even just 5 years ago, it would have been a hell no. Nah, I'm not doing that. Nah, nope. Nah, I'm not selling myself out. No, I'm not. I'm not debasing myself. I'm not degrading myself. I'm not. I ain't gonna be no punk. I ain't gonna be no beta. I ain't gonna be no. I'm the man. I'm in charge, and I ain't gonna be in any situation where I feel like I'm not in charge, where I'm not, the big gorilla, running the shit. I'm the king lion, like
Yeah.
if I'm not feeling like Mufasa, then we ain't doing it, you know?
Well, thank God that you're not like that anymore, dude.
Well, it takes, but okay. The thing about all of this is it takes time. It's a journey,
Agreed.
and it's about being secure in your own manhood as a man.
Mhm.
You have to be secure in your manhood to where something like this don't shake you, don't rock you, don't have you feeling like you're any less.
Yep. But see, isn't that part of the definition of manhood or whatever is being secure in that role?
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
it's almost hypocritical for like all these guys to be saying like, oh, this will make me less of a man if you're so secure in your
Mm-hmm.
masculinity.
Now, I mean, there's some brothers that'll rock a banana, what they call it, banana hammock.
Oh yeah,
They'll
yeah,
rock a banana hammock,
yep,
or a speedo.
yep.
For those of you that don't know, they'll rock a banana hammock for the
But
girl, a satin banana hammock, whatever,
yeah,
because the girl wants them to wear that. And a lot of guys like they feel weird about it. Oh no, that's weird. I'm not doing that. But I just feel it's like really weird the lines that men draw in terms of like what's manly, what isn't, all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure there are guys that have let or would or don't mind their own sticking a finger up their butt
yep.
that cringe at this picture. I ain't wearing that. I don't care that. That's gay. That's okay. But the finger's going up your butt and you don't feel that's not crossing the line. Okay. Like it's just weird because we associate anal play with gayness and all that stuff as well. So it's just a lot. It's a lot of bullshit, packed in a lot of bullshit, packs a lot of bullshit. But
Yeah.
that's because men are trying to be men in accordance with what society deems as at large as what a real man is. But to be a real man, you have to not care about that. You have to not feel like you need to live up to what everybody else says is a real man.
Yep.
And this all kind of ties this evolving masculinity, security in your man. All this shit ties together with being openly trans attracted.
Yep.
Because you have to be in a place where you don't care. Can't nobody shake you. Can't nobody make you feel like less of a man because you're dating a trans woman. Can't nobody make you feel like they can't shake you. You're solid. Nothing they can say is going to make you question yourself, question your reality, question your sexuality, any of that shit. You are who you are, and that's it. And either they can get with it or step off. But at some point you have to be solid and not very malleable or impressionable, whatever you want to call it.
And that's a really good way of putting it, Chris.
For sure. So let's see here. Let's see. Swan says they manhood real flimsy. Nicole. Model was looking nice. Women's underwear did nothing for me. And that's cool. I'm not sitting there saying, ladies, y'all need to check this out. You should get your man to wear this. Please don't go to your man saying, Chris, show me this, and I don't want to see you in that. Keep me out of it.
Yeah, don't make it a personal recommendation from Chris, myself, or our community. Just
exactly. Now,
if you're a real man, do this. He said that you should do it. Next thing you know, your fucking inbox is going to be full of 50,000 messages giving you a finger.
Man, you would not believe. You would not fucking believe.
Oh, buddy. You know what? I probably could, but oof.
So, Jules, what up, Ray? Ray said, at this point, I'm very secure in my man because I know what I've been through as a man, and no clothing is going to change that. Sharonda, what's going on? Sharonda says, I used to work in the adult bookstore with peep shows in the back booths. It opened up my mind sexually to as long as it's okay with you, it's no limitations. Interesting. Let's see, we get okay. Diora says, being gay means you are attracted to other men, not women. We are women, so that does not apply to this. Absolutely.
Good point.
Absolutely. 110%. Absolutely. Yeah. And thanks for chiming in. Nicole says, whatever goes on in the bedroom, he's the guy, I'm the girl. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. So it's just a whole lot of craziness, but it's just something like people don't think about shit like that. And women, to the women that are watching, I appreciate the ones who are definitely forward thinking, but the girls who maybe haven't thought about something like this, you're like, nah. It's like, hey, really, like think about it. Like think about it differently in the way that we put it forth. We're like, hey, I'm a man at the end of the day. We can do whatever we want to do in the bedroom. We can get down however the fuck we feel.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
But at the end of the day, I'm still a man. You're still a woman. And we gonna proceed as such. Whether we in the bed, out the bed, or whatever. As soon as I step out that door, we back on program. Not that I would ever take myself out of a man position in that way. I would never be like, okay, I'm going to be the woman and then you be the man. Like, no, we're not doing anything like that. But what I'm saying is, do what you do. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah. Oh, of course. 100%.
And with no shame. Like you said, kink shaming. It's kind of whack.
Well, and that's what it comes down to and what it is. And like, in my opinion, there's no acceptable reason for it, provided that everything is consensual and nobody's getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Leave everybody alone with what their bedroom activities are, right? Like,
absolutely.
And this is one of them. I mean, this might be one that comes out of the bedroom.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's just say in the privacy of your own home.
Breakfast in this.
You're not doing this in front of an audience, right? Or anything like that.
Even like looking at the image again right now while it's up on screen, and going back to what you were saying about like a men's European Speedo. The only difference that I personally see between a men's European Speedo that 99% of guys, I'm assuming, would be comfortable putting on for their girlfriend, partner, or whatever. The only difference is that has 2 leg bands and a piece that goes up to your belly button, up right above your belly button.
Oh
That's
yeah,
it.
is
There's
it a
more
garter?
fabric in that than in a Speedo.
Yeah.
So what's the fucking issue?
Well, the issue is, for these guys, is like that's women's lingerie, and I'm a man, and that's if I wear what I perceive to be women's lingerie. Now, I'm gonna get to one comment real quick though, because this is it's kind of funny. So we'll show this one more time, because when I first saw this on Drea's page, all the girls was going up for it. It was like, oh hell yeah, I like him. They was loving that shit. So what was it? Oh yeah. Lynn said it wouldn't stay on them long.
Yep.
And Diara is asking, does it come in red?
Like, I would personally like to know too if it comes in red, actually.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't think we actually described it to the people listening. I do have a lot of people that listen on audio.
Oh, yeah.
So, for the folks that's listening on audio, I'm sorry. We're just doing this all backwards. Really should have started out the front with this. But it's a guy, he's wearing like a dress shirt open, and then he's also wearing like panties and then stockings and a garter belt. And yeah, that's really what it is. Just fully keep people in the loop on the audio platforms.
Yes, good
Can't
call.
see. But yeah, so that's that. We just want to get that out the way because we would like to get people thinking in a different way here. And I would say, ladies, if your man say, "Yo, I don't care, I'd do whatever for you, like X, Y, and Z," don't look at him as lesser. Don't look at him as gay. I think if something like this made you look at your man differently or negatively, I think you need to get to the bottom of why and do some introspection. I think you need to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
Because that should not be a reaction. And your man does not deserve to be thought about more negatively because he would do something like this for you. Or he doesn't see a problem with it.
Yeah.
So there's that. And what we got next? We got so we got a question that came in, and I've seen some discussion around this, and I'm not gonna lie, I've talked to plenty of guys about stuff like this, but it's come up in conversation. Let's just say that much, whether it's with friends of mine that are trans women or just guys. But so there's this guy. Here's what he wrote. So he said, "I'm curious what you all have to say. So I like older trans women too, I guess. All right. I like older trans women, cis and trans. When it comes to older trans women around 30 to 40 plus, is there a significant difference compared to younger trans women 18 to 30? Now, first disclaimer on all this stuff, ladies, don't get mad at them for calling you older because you're over 30.
Yep.
Or over 40. That's just, that's a young man talking.
Yep.
And when you're in your 20s, your early 20s, you look at 40. That's your mom.
Well, and
40's old enough to be your mama.
Yep. I was gonna say, buddy, like we all had that mentality when we were around that age.
Yes, absolutely. Right? Absolutely.
So
definitely
please don't get mad at this kid or Chris for bringing for discussing the topic, or myself for this conversation. Like, he's a kid, so it makes sense.
Yeah. No. Look, we got women that let's do it. So I'm just trying to keep you from going up. So, oh my God, over 30, I'm not old. Oh, well, to him you are, so that's okay. But I will say, really, what's up, Harmony? I would say to in his defense slightly before we actually get on to this, I I mean, if you're over 35 in the trans community, you are kind of like an OG in a sense. Like this is a community with a low life
Yep.
expectancy, a very young group overall. Like the majority is young, young. So, once you get up to a certain point, you're kind of in a space all on your own, looking at a whole bunch of young people. And you got some friends who didn't make it. You know people that ain't here no more. So, rest in peace to all the folks that aren't with us anymore. And yeah, sorry, I know that was just pretty fucking dark. But this is life, man. It's life. So I'm just saying, like in this community, that's what I've seen. And you know what I've really seen. Yeah, absolutely. Diara says there is value in experience in any category, but I will say I'm going to speak when it comes to this. I'm going to speak in terms of what's likely instead of what is, because there are exceptions to the rule. And let's be real, getting older doesn't mean you're getting more mature. Doesn't mean you're learning new lessons. Doesn't mean you're evolving. I know some women in this community that are 50 that are just as dumb as a 22-year-old, making the same dumbass life choices. And it's just like, that could be for just people overall, but I'm just talking about people I know.
I was going to say,
I know.
I think you could say that
still
about
doing dumb shit, and I'm like, lady, what?
Yeah, that's that, what? And that's the thing right there. It's the things that kind of make you go,
yeah. So what I will say is, when I've talked about this, the age range and all this stuff, I really do feel bad for the young guys. I do. I feel bad for these guys. I weep for them because ladies, y'all have to understand a lot of these trans attracted guys, we see things in a very cis way. So we're looking at life and how it's supposed to go through a very cis lens. So, a guy I was talking to earlier this week, he was just like, hey man, I'm 30. Like, what the fuck was going on? X, Y, and Z. I'm like, dude, like it only gets better from here on out. But these guys are young. Some of these guys are young. Some of them are looking for relationships, and they're seeing their peers get married, have kids, buy a house with their woman, all that stuff. And so they're looking for all of these things. They're looking for trans women who are ready to be married, to be marriageable, all that, like to be one together, to be mentally stable, mature, all that stuff. Yeah, like they're looking for these things. And, sadly, in my experience, it's not likely to be there for you guys. Men, it's not likely for you to be there. I'm sorry, it's not likely for it to be there for you. There's a lot. I mean, the girls, they start the transition, early 20s. You're talking to a girl who's only been a woman for 2 years. She ain't, just think of how long it takes for you to, how much time it took and how much lessons you got to be the man that you are at 25, 26.
Yep.
She's still trying to put it together. She don't even know who and what she is. She's still trying to come up with this, formulate the personality that is her, and develop her sense of self in a way that's stable, that isn't fragile, that could be broken at any moment. It's just not there. Some of the girls, like the younger girls, come with a lot more dysphoria. They are still really trying to understand their transition themselves. This is just from what I've seen. And frankly, I'm gonna just be real. Some of the girls ain't got through their whole phase yet. They just got these new superpowers. Damn, you mean I can make any man want to sleep with me? You think I could do all this to men? Like what? I've never had these. These are new superpowers. I've never had these before. It takes time to learn how to use your powers for good or use them responsibly. I've sadly heard from, there was a guy I was talking to. He was like, yeah, this girl, I like her, X, Y, and Z, she's got my heart, whatever, but she can't stop texting with other guys. She can't leave all these, like, she's not ready to stop being pursued by men. Now, I understand that's a young woman thing overall, but these girls, a lot of cis young women they've had these superpowers since they was 13 years old. Some of these trans women is getting it at 23. And it's just they're not ready. And all I can say is if you see a woman who's younger, falls in that 18 to 30 range, and she ain't ready, it's not you. It's not your fault. There's nothing wrong with you. She's still just trying to figure herself out.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is there's more women over 30 who's ready, more grounded in their identity, sexuality, all these things, dysphorias, traumas have been put to rest more often. Like, essentially, I tell these guys that, hey, it only gets better because some of these guys are like, damn, I'm 30. Am I never going to find anybody? What's going on? Like, am I just destined to walk this earth unhappy? And I'm like, no, you just went through the worst of it and it's going to get better because as you get up there in age, the girls, they get more mature, they get more centered, they're more ready, they know what they want. They've had their experience, they've lived life in a sense. I'm not saying you've lived the fullest life ever, but they've had certain experiences that help them understand, hey, I don't really need a guy like this. I need a guy like this. I'm ready for this, not this. Life is all about that evolution and learning. So for me, in my experience, that's what I've seen in terms of the difference between girls 18 to 30 and the 30 and older. And, it only gets stable. It only gets more stable. It's more, I'm sorry, the likelihood of them being more stable mentally, more stable physically, more stable life-wise only increases as time moves on. Only increases. You're still gonna find some girls that are still trying to put it together in their 40s, 50s. You're still gonna find some girls that are still trying to put not everybody makes it, but you will be dealing with a more stable group. You have a higher likelihood of dealing with somebody who's more stable. Once you keep going up there. So, you deal with a young girl, you're gonna deal with, you're gonna get more city girl vibes. And I'm not saying that's all of them. I'm just saying the likelihood of that goes up the younger they are. So, likelihood of dysphoria being a really big issue in your relationship, a lot higher with the younger girls. That's my experience. That's what I've observed through talking to people, being around people, and then obviously dealing with the guys as well, and hearing their stories. So I'm sorry, Colin, you can go do your thing. I just had to.
No. Like, by all means, it's but I do agree with you, and I think that kind of goes across the board when it comes to people, like, as a general. Fingers crossed, at least, that as you age, you mature. But you do so because of the fact that you live your life as you, and you grow as that happens. From speaking with the person that I'm with, it's like you said, with they may have only transitioned 2 years ago. Now they're this new person. They're a baby, right? In the sense that they are this new person and this new individual. And as I quite often say when I'm on here, is I apologize if I offend, because I do not mean to whatsoever. I'm speaking from a cis guy's perspective, so I do apologize. But even bumping over to the the life expectancy. So when my fiance turned 35 last June, she posted about how she was 35 now, and how the life expectancy of trans women is quite low. So and now at 35, she does consider herself to be an older trans woman, even though she's only 35. But so again, life expectancy. But going back to what you and I were talking about, pre-stream, with the whole I read this like I read his post and was like, fuck, man, I just turned 40 last month. I'm not fucking like,
the hell you say?
right? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, okay, now granted, again, like, and again, like you and I were joking about everything. I'm old enough to be the kid's dad, you know, like, but I was just like, fuck. Again, like when I think old, me as an individual, I think old, I think senior citizen. Right. But then again, like we got this 20-year-old kid in the group who's like, so I've hooked up with an older trans woman who is, 30 to 40. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
She's younger than me and you're calling her old,
gosh.
right? Like,
yeah.
But again, like it is a very, I guess the definition holds different weight based off of the unfortunate short life expectancy of the trans community and trans women in particular, which is unfortunate. I mean, like, so my fiance transitioned at 29, and even though she has grown so much in that time, and I mean, like, we've been together for a year, so I didn't know her in those first few years. The stories that she's told me make me understand, I guess, like, how can I put sorry, I lost my point on that one, but it's like, it's unfortunate that in the trans community, and particularly in the trans women community, that people who are, or women who are my age, are considered old, because, like, holy fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm sorry that I went somber on that one.
Oh no, it's cool. It's cool. It's the reality. And look, this show is here to give men a realistic view of all this shit. Like, guys, this is the reality of the situation.
Yep. It is. Yep.
So this shit is real. And comments are what they are. Well, hold on. Yep, Sammy. Yeah. It's only natural for that to happen, and that'd be great, but that ain't everybody's testimony, brother. It is not everybody's testimony. But that's just life in general. Some people just don't make it. Now let me let's see. Okay, so Ray asks, I got a question for you. From your experience, do you think that sexual encounters are better with younger or older trans women? You can pass that along if it's too hot of a question. It is not too hot of a question because we tell the fucking truth. And all I can say for me is the truth is I haven't really seen a difference. I really haven't. I really have not seen a difference. That's all I can say. I don't know. Just haven't seen a difference in terms of, like, oh yeah, this girl is really great in bed, and then the younger girl does this more, or the girl's older does this more, or doesn't do it.
Like, that almost seems like a personal experience based off of who you're with versus an age thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
I mean, what I can say is there are so many things that transcend this trans attractive space that we're in. A lot of the types of girls that are out there, guys, who spent your life dating cis women. A lot of the types of girls that you find in the cis community, they're here in the trans community too. So a lot of the dumb shit is there too. So, I'm not gonna lie, I've run into the to what do they call? I forget what they call it. But essentially, it's the pretty girl who don't gotta try. Like, that's the one that everybody, like, fucking, that's, ladies, if y'all know, men talk about this shit and they're like, oh yeah, nobody likes the girl that's insanely hot, but all she does is just lay there because she don't have any sex game at all. can barely do anything orally, don't know positions, don't really, just ain't into it because she don't got to be good at it because she's so insanely gorgeous that she don't really have to. Nope. It doesn't matter if people have a good experience with her or not because dude's gonna be coming no matter what, and she's still gonna get that treatment because she looks a certain way. So that is in the trans community as well as the cis community. I can tell you that much. But it is talking about types of people and stuff. It's all the same from one to the next. But I can tell you that I have not had like oh yeah, no, older women is the best, or oh yeah, younger women. It's really a mixed bag. For me personally, it's been a mixed bag. It's been a mixed bag, man. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ray. I can't give you a definitive answer. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen of the audience. I can't give you a definitive answer. I'm sure if there were some other guys here, they might have some different things to say. Maybe somebody would try and say they had an answer. I don't know. Yes. Pretty privilege. It is a thing.
Yep.
Pretty privilege is a thing.
Oh, 100% it is.
For sure. So,
right, like
wow.
the better looking you are, the less you have to do.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe I worded that wrong, but fuck me. Let me try that again. Oh my God.
No, Tracy got you on this one. She's with you. She says mannequin. I mean, I think the guys back in college just used to say she was like a dead fish or something like that. I don't know.
Actually, I was about to say I don't know if this is a Canadian thing or not, but up here in Canada where I live, we call it dead fishing.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Wisconsin, so it's just. I mean, it's not exactly close because we don't border Canada. To all the idiots that think Wisconsin actually, like, I could walk from Wisconsin into Canada. No, I cannot.
Oh wait, you mean I can't just like walk across the street and get into your house?
No, you can't.
No, not even.
There's a big ass lake separating the two. You can walk from Minnesota into Canada.
I do have a canoe at my cottage.
There you go.
I'll see you in 3 days, buddy.
Yeah, right. It's gonna take a while. That's for damn sure. But yeah, now it's like dead fish. I think that's what I heard. But let's see here. We got let's see here. Okay, Harmony. I'm gonna have to read this off. So Harmony said, I started my transition 15 years ago in my teenage years, so I grew into my womanhood like any other woman. I think some trans women haven't received attention prior to transitioning, which makes them act juvenile and excited when they receive acknowledgement, but that's just who they are in life in general. I think when a trans woman is moved by something so small, it's because she's lacking within, struggling with low self-esteem. Most trans women are mentally, physically, financially prepared for life, and basic things like compliments and attention are normal things. Absolutely.
Yep. Agreed.
Absolutely. But yeah, so it's just one of those things. Everybody's is different, and hey, all I can say is, guys, if you're, I would say date over 30. If you're looking for something stable, if you're looking for a higher likelihood of somebody doing right by you, not trying to fuck you over and do all this immature shit. I know some of my friends were girls that, like, hey, when I was in my 20s, I was doing some fuck shit. And, they grew up. They grew up. They took accountability. They matured. They evolved. It happens. But it's just like, that doesn't mean they're bad people forever. They just had to learn. It just took time. They had to live life. And, that's why I'm just saying, look, just go for 30. That's my advice. So, yeah, if you're 25, no, don't do your own age. Don't do your own age. And I'm not saying, it definitely don't do anything crazy like, I would definitely speak against men who intentionally seek out younger women specifically for sex. Like, dude, you're creating a monster. Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
If you don't intend any good for that woman, please don't fuck with her. I beg of you. Just don't do it. Don't do it because somebody else down the road is gonna have to. It may have to help that girl heal from that shit,
Yeah,
and
well,
it
that's
just
the
it
thing,
ain't pretty.
right? Like somebody in the future is going to have to do damage control.
There's that. There's that. So, but yeah, hey, that's it for the show. I really ain't got too much more. But thank you for joining us today. We just had to talk through these couple things.
Yep.
And get it on out and get y'all a show out for this week. So we'll be looking towards what's happening. Oh, no, I'll be available next Friday. Yep. Yep. Hold on a second. Diara says, if you want us to be ready, then you should be ready. Absolutely.
Yep.
That's what the fuck the show's here for.
Yep.
Guys, be ready. Be ready.
And
if you're not ready to be seen in public, if you're not ready to value this woman and for the woman that she is, do right by her.
Don't fucking do it.
Yeah, don't do it. If you ain't ready, you ain't ready.
Do it.
So it's all right. But it takes work to get ready. So it does take work to get ready. That's all I can say. But yes, Diara is 110% right. You ain't got no disagreements here.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this thing. Yeah, we yeah, Harmony. Hey, we got stuff to do. We gotta rip and run. Gotta rip and run here. So if you're watching on Facebook, please share the show. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Give this show a thumbs up. Give me a like.
Please do it.
The more likes, the better. If you're listening on audio podcast platforms, please give us 5 stars. If you ain't giving us 5 stars, don't give us nothing. We good. No 4 stars, no 3, just 5s only. So with that, we out, and we're going to see y'all next week.